So here's how it's gonna work, guys. I am ill. I know, shocking, given the sound of my voice. Remember that fun little trip I went on? Where I, like, went out of town for a weekend. I had to... It was like 4 days, but I, actually, 4 days? 5 days. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days. A long weekend. Sorry, keep drinking water. Yeah, on that trip, someone along the way probably got me sick. Unfortunate for me. But I'm gonna have to deal with it. But I get to play with all you guys, and that's fun. So, what I'm gonna do is to totally reduce my frustration and not think about beating levels at all. I'm gonna do a few time stages and see how well I can do on some time stages with some characters I haven't done time stages with yet. Oh, disco. I don't know if I've played as Watame at all now that I'm thinking about it. Oh. But can she just... Oh, that's cute. But it takes a few to knock them out. It's kind of weak. Okay. Okay. By the way, I do have a ton of water for hydrate. I have not neglected the water, even though I'm sick. All healing is increased by 7.5% per character level. Every 15 seconds you heal 25% HP and increase speed by 40% for 10 seconds. That's actually pretty cool. I can vibe with that. My goal here is to knock out as many enemies as possible in a limited amount of time. But I am just fooling around with some of the things that can be done here. Only... So you can already tell how my voice is doing. I don't think I can knock out that many people. And I was having such a good time with not getting sick. I thought I was going to be able to withstand my vacation and that I would come back and not be sick. But I don't know, ever since, maybe it's the fact that I've started streaming that's been the curse, because I do have a habit of getting sick a lot, but I was going through like a 1-year period where I barely got sick. And then ever since I started streaming, I got sick like 2 or 3 times. And that was back in October, so that's not... It hasn't been that long. But we deal. We deal. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Boop, boop, boo, doo, doo, doo. Usually I take HoloCure time to talk about current events. But to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with that much VTuber news. Just because I've been away, so I've been out of the loop a bit. That's not usually how I am. Oh god, no, don't shoot it that... I was trying to get it to aim. I did not do it that well. Okay. That's fine, because we're setting the standard here. This is a warm-up. Warm-up round. Warm-up round. 'Cause I have not set a time with her yet, so that works. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't die, so that's good. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, let's try that again. Again, warm up brown, warm up brown. Oh, God, you can hear the pain in my voice. Wow. Sorry in advance, guys. I sound bad. Oh, God. Yeah. What can I talk about, though? I mean, I guess we can talk about last stream, because, I mean, we haven't finished what's out of, I haven't finished what's out of the 100 line yet. But from what I saw, I am tentatively optimistic. I was not expecting a strategy game. I don't know. I did not really look into the 100 line before. I had seen like the very, very, very original promo art. Like the promo art that came out back when they thought the MC was gonna be a girl. Like that early. Which, to be honest, he hasn't changed all that much from his character design was a girl. It's pretty much the same thing, just without glasses and with not a ponytail. So, oh gosh. H2O, H2O. The target is defeated within 2 seconds after being hit by a weapon. They have a 1% chance to drop a stamp, but they may drop a mushroom instead. That's okay. I should have got the fucking feather. I'm a dumbass. That's okay. It might come up again. I don't know. So 125% of any healing is shared normal amount to all nearby targets. Any heal amount stored on targets, and if the heal target is saved. Nah. I don't know what any of that means, so I'm gonna ignore it. But, what was I saying? Yeah, like, so I went in like 90% blind. I didn't know that it was a strategy game. I didn't know, which is good, because I like games like Fire Emblem a lot, so I can play around with strategy games pretty well. Didn't know it was going to take up that much of my PC, but I did assume that it would probably be higher power than the original series. By original series, I mean Danganronpa, because it is kind of considered the spiritual successor, but you know, so was Raincode, and low-key so was Tribe 9, but I haven't played Tribe 9, so I can't say for certain. What I didn't expect was for Tribe 9 to be a gacha game. I'm also semi-blind on Tribe 9. What I mean by that is that I did watch the anime from Tribe 9, but from my understanding, the anime from Tribe 9 is going to be totally different from the game, so I don't 100% know how they align at all. I watched the Tribe 9 anime because I knew it was the same people who did Danganronpa, so I was like, anything that's like, oh, the same people who did Danganronpa, it's like, I'm one of those suckers who's gonna look at it. I think so far the one that impressed me the most, just from what I've seen, has still been Raincode, but I haven't finished Raincode. And we're probably not going to play Raincode on stream. We might eventually, but not anytime soon, because my current PC probably could not run Raincode while streaming. It would probably choke and throttle me. it would not, I don't think my PC would like me playing Raincoat all that much while streaming. Okay. I don't know what saved means, but hopefully it means they still count towards my kill count. Oh, little... Hello. You're a cute axolotl. You look like the ones you can get at Build-A-Bear. Which is nothing at all like a real axolotl, but that's okay. But yeah, so I, oh. Paste up. I can deal with that. Laser. But yeah, I think maybe it's Raincoat that sticks out to me the most because of, because it does have that mystery solving murder aspect. But I don't know. I think honestly what will probably impress me more than a lot of these Danganronpa sort of sequels, successors, Kazkodaka projects will probably end up being the works that have been inspired by Danganronpa's success. Again, I don't know. I've talked about this when playing Your Turn to Die before. I don't know if Your Turn to Die was technically directly inspired by Danganronpa. I know that the creator cites more of like freeware PC gaming as kind of where his inspiration for Your Turn to Die came from, but I will say that Your Turn to Die wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is today if Danganronpa didn't exist. Games like that, and I will probably play it with you guys, probably blind. Project Eden's Garden, once I can actually get my hands on that. Because Project Eden's Garden is a very obvious Danganronpa fan game. It says that in its material. And then, obviously, Danganronpa Another, I don't know if I'm ever going to play it, but Danganronpa Another I've heard is also very good. But that is such an explicit fan game, it's got Danganronpa in the title. I think that, honestly, a lot of those types of projects are going to be more impressive than some of the new Kazkodaka projects. Not more impressive, but more interesting to me. Not because of anything inherently wrong with the new Kazkodaka projects, but simply because I think there are aspects of what makes Danganronpa that just aren't going to be present in the other Kazkodaka projects because they want to differentiate them from the original franchise. Again, not a bad thing at all. And they still heavily, like, interest me, and I'm still gonna try all of them at some point. But, you know, now we're 4 franchises deep, 3 of them kind of trying to run at once. I know that, I think it was originally planned to have them all very separate when they released. That being Tribe 9, Rain Code, and the 100 line, but I think they probably, this is just my theory, other than like the obvious production delays that are going to happen with any project like this, especially for the PlayStation, because the PlayStation hasn't been exactly keen on actually releasing some of their projects on time. I think some of it also kind of has to do with COVID. That's just my theory. I have no confirmation that that's true. But I think they were probably, given that it's been nine years since the release of the last Danganronpa game, and since the release of like the most spiritual successor, which is 100 line, I think I think they probably intended to at least release 100 line a lot sooner. But they probably had production delays and COVID. So, Rain Code released a little bit earlier. I think it released like 2 years ago almost. Probably not a full 2 years ago, but almost 2 years ago. But then Tribe 9's full release is coming out at the same time as the demo for kind of made one overshadow the other. I have been seeing some not great reviews on Tribe 9. But I think they more come from what I've read. And again, I'm not totally, I don't know what's going on with like the story of the game or anything. I know it's separate from the anime. What? I think, sorry, I'm trying to words and game. I think they unfortunately ran into a problem with Tribe 9 where the demo set certain expectations and then the rest of the game just didn't meet them. All nearby targets receive debuff, where they take 90% of healing received by the target. I don't know what that means, but we'll take it. I think that they just didn't live up to the expectations of the demo for a lot of people. Which may not 100% be their fault, but it's like, if your demo sets certain expectations that your game can't meet, I don't know why you would put those things in the demo at all. If you know you're not going to put them in the full release. Then again, they might not have known. They might have had to take things away. But it's never a good look when your demo has one thing and your full game release just isn't the same. No, not isn't the same, but like isn't of expectations that the demo set. Like if your demo has systems that work, it's probably in your best interest to keep as many of those systems as you can. But I didn't play the Tribe 9 demo, so I can't vouch for what was or wasn't in the game that people appreciated in the demo but didn't appreciate in the full release. I'm also low-key excited to see if they bring any of the the new Kazkodaka franchises to PAX. As someone who's been to PAX before, I think that could be a really exciting demo area to talk about the new stuff going on. I keep forgetting I have the massive power-ups and stuff. Hold on. Oh, I don't even know what that was, but it was probably a good thing. So burn everything. But yeah, I don't. It's too early for us in terms of 100 line itself, and not just like the background of what was going on. I think it's a little too early for me to make a definitive decision about if I like it. I will say what I've seen so far is pretty good, other than the missing character sprites. But that seems to be a demo problem. I don't think it has anything to do with the game. And considering it's one character whose sprites failed to load, I don't think it was a my computer thing either, because out of all the problems that I've had tech-wise, I don't think that has ever been an issue. So I'm tempted to say that because the demo had only been out for like a day when I played it, that it was a demo problem. Because I was also, I don't think you guys saw them, but I was getting like error messages saying that things had failed to load. So I'm thinking that it was the demo. But I haven't I haven't dug into reviews yet either, so I haven't heard in passing that anyone had the same issue, but that's not usually something you bring up much anyway. But that was the only real tech issue on my end that I had. I know that the stream was kind of clunky. But that's a me problem. That's what the me problem is. Okay, I think I'm almost... Yay! Okay. Okay. We're gonna... try that again. Because I bet I can mark it down from 10 minutes. I don't think 10 minutes is gonna be my best my best score that I'm gonna have. Watame is kind of cute though. I think I had mentioned before I had seen her in concert once. I saw her at Hollow Meet one time. She's so cute. She does have a very strong fan base. They were very loud. Hello JP is not usually the area I go into the most just because my Japanese sucks, but she's very cute. But yeah, what I liked so far for the 100 line, I mean, oh god, there was, I mean, the story at the very beginning felt very the beginning of Danganronpa. I was like, oh, he's literally Naegi, guys. For once, that blast actually goes straight to where I wanted to. He's definitely very, like... Although, I like most Danganronpa protagonists, I like a main character who... I think there's a way to do a self-insert protagonist well. And I feel like all of the Kozkodaka games have never really had a problem with that. I think maybe the only one who really has that problem is, like, Coco Head from Rain-Code, but even he's not that bad. I think you can run into this problem with, self-insert protagonists for really any kind of game, but especially story games, where you make a character that's so flat and so personality-less that you fail to connect with them at any point. And then you're like, oh, well, the character's not supposed to have a personality because they're a self-insert. And I'm like, no, if they're an active participant in the story and have their own name and character, then I think they should have their own personality. I think the best example of them doing this well in the Danganronpa series is Shuichi, but I think that was kind of by nature of who Shuichi was, Because, and if you care about spoilers for almost a 10-year-old game, you can leave now, but I think everyone knows at this point, that in V3, Shuichi starts as an NPC. So you kinda had to give him his own personality at the beginning of the game because he wasn't the playable character yet. And it was a twist that he was. So I think it was necessary to give him his own personality, but I think even after Kaede leaves, it's not, they don't turn his personality off. I feel like there's, you know, he likes Kaede, and that's one personality trait, but it's also, you also get to see him interact with other characters in a way that makes him feel like he has a mind of his own. And I feel like a lot of Danganronpa protagonists are like that. Even Naegi, who a lot of people complain about as being very one-note, I feel like he has an attitude problem that makes me giggle a lot, and I only really noticed that when I started, like, actively playing through myself on stream and, like, reading dialogue aloud. I was like, wow, Naegi's got an attitude. He's a little, like, feisty. He's a little sarcastic and kind of a jerk sometimes, which is more endearing than him being nothing. And also, it's not like he's a jerk for no reason. Like, it's usually that he just snaps back at people who snap at him. But, you know, I feel like that's an endearing quality to have. A lot of people cite Hajime as another good example of this. Weirdly enough, I think he's probably, out of the 3 Danganronpa protagonists, he's probably the one I like the least, but I also acknowledge that, yes, he does have a personality and mind of his own, and that's a good thing. But I think the reason that Raincode has that problem the most is, like, Coco Head's amnesia. Which is not always the best. Because when you get the amnesiac protagonist, that usually comes with its own set of issues. Do. Hopefully I'll actually get a better score this time around. It looks like I'm doing worse. Come on, shot the wrong way. That's okay. Oh, shit, I'm dead. Okay. I am dead. You know what? I might try staged mode with Watame, you know what? I think that might be fine. As if I... Yeah, have I done any with her? No. Sorry, again, my voice is, like, totally shot. Let's try level 1 with Watame. How well does this go? How well can I breeze through this? Diddly-doo. I think if I had the emotional capacity and determination to make media analysis videos, I probably would. But sometimes I just like talking off the cuff into my mic about media that interests me. Not really or if I find an editor. Because I think an editor would probably make my life so much easier. Um, first name. Then again, I've been calling, I often with Danganronpa characters, I find myself switching between calling them by their first and last names. Because Naegi's name is Makoto, but I tend to call him Naegi more often. And then Hajime is Hajime Hinata. Shuichi Saihara, but I call him Shuichi. I don't know. I just randomly switch between calling them their first and their last names. But Yuma, I think runs into the personality problem the most. But so that did give me a little hesitation about Protag-kun in, I'm forgetting what his name is already, but I haven't played the game that much, in 100 Line. Because I was like, he might have an issue, especially with that opening scene. I was like, he might have a personality issue. Because it was like a very generic, like, oh, look at this girl I'm in love with. And my mom. And my dad is not present whatsoever. But, you know, as this thing went on, especially when he got separated from the girl, I was like, okay, this is giving me a tad bit more confidence that he actually has his own personality, and we'll probably get to see more of it later. Especially with him, like, talking to other characters, it was a little more, when he was starting to talk to other characters outside of, Waifu-chan, it sounded like he's gonna be able to snap back at people, which is nice. I like a good sassy protagonist, because you don't have to do much to actually give them a little bit of a personality. Just don't have your, and you should be okay. That's also kind of what bothers me in most visual novels about the silent protagonist. Because usually it makes it harder, especially if silent protagonist has a name. It makes it a little harder to work around. I think with visual novels, you have that unique problem of, do you want to make the player a character, or do you want them to be, and I guess JRPGs and RPGs in general also kind of have that problem, but in visual novels specifically, because it's all text, I think that you have the unique problem of trying to square the circle of, do you want to make your protagonist / the player character an actual character, or do you want to just, like, wing it and say, oh, the player character will make it up on their own, which I don't usually love. We had played Catboy's Paradise a little bit, and I think it bothered me because it, like, I like the characters of Catboy Paradise, but when it does a little bit feel like you're playing Dora the Explorer sometimes with some of the love interests, because MC does not talk back. But I think that's its own unique issue, where Catboy Paradise almost isn't a game, it's just text. But, you know, Danganronpa is pretty good about making their visual novel characters, and I'll usually take that over a silent protag any day. That's just my opinion. I think that's most people's opinion, but I know Otome games, people particularly dislike player characters most of the time. The number one I can think of, although a lot of people do run defense for her in the actual game, because it's not out in English. I was thinking about Diabolic Lovers, because usually she's not main character Chan, I forget what her name is. She has You could tell I'm American by the way I say Chan. But the main character, you can kind of tell that she's not great by the way she's portrayed in the anime because she doesn't really have any agency. Not written well. Then again, I don't tend to mind Diabolic Lovers as much as other people do, but it's also kind of a guilty pleasure. Girl just needs to learn how to run better. She needs to take track. Drinking that water. Hydrate or dihydrate. Yippee! There we go. Do 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 do. Okay. Oop. Circle. Woo! I've borderline memorized this map at this point. I've played it so many times. They're more or less like an EXP farm, as long as you've got enough, like weapons and stuff. Nice. I've played so many visual novels at this point that I almost want to make a video at some point that's just like how to not make a visual novel that sucks. It's not even like how to make a good visual novel. It's just how to make one that's not bad. Because I feel like making a bad visual novel is almost a talent in of itself. I've seen some bad visual novels, don't get me wrong. I have played them. I will not play them on stream for you, I don't think, unless someone really dares me to, because I do feel a little bad when I'm, like, totally ripping into a game. I don't know, I don't like, especially with, like, small indie devs, which usually is where some of the bad ones come from. I don't want to completely rip them apart. Because someone worked really hard on that, and, you know, just because it's not for me, or not good objectively, doesn't mean it's worthy of hate and ridicule. But at the same time, there are some visual novels where I'm just like, hey, why don't we sit down and talk about story structure and making interesting characters? The guide to the visual novel protagonist, perhaps. Wow, I'm really ripping them apart. I thought I was gonna have to escape a long time ago. But nope, I'm just sitting here and they're doing fine, so. Go, Watame. You got this, girl. Go, queen. But yeah, I just really like visual novels. So when Kaskodaka's like, I'm gonna make another one, I'm like, yay! Although I guess Raincoat technically counted as a VN. It's weird what people count and don't count as visual novels. I'm gonna be real. Like I'm still salty that they refused to let Monster Prom be on VNDB. Because it just is one. Like, it's hard to find a better category to put Monster Prom in. If you're not gonna call it a visual novel, I don't know what you're gonna call it. Granted, they're short stories in a visual novel, but I feel like that's been done before. I don't feel like that exempts it from being a visual novel because of its length. I think a lot of people cite the fact that it's multiplayer, but it's not even the first visual novel to be multiplayer, so... That you can choose... I saw another thing cited, well, you can choose how long the game modes are, and I'm like, that's also, I don't think, disqualifies it from being a text-based, like, story game. It's got all of the hallmarks of a dating sim visual novel. And there are a lot of games that are in VNDB that are similar to it. So I don't really understand why it's not there. Oh, gain 5 revives. On each revive permanently gain plus 20% or plus 10% to attack speed, respectively. Instantly heal half HP, and all non-boss attacks are defeated. I wish I had gotten that power up on literally any other level. Because this is literally the easiest thing to possibly get that on. I'm not going to need 5 revives. I doubt I'll even need 1. But yeah, I mean, one of these days, I'll probably make my own visual novel. I just need the time and energy. I know how much effort it takes to get one of those things published, especially for it to be long and or good and published. It's a lot. It's a lot of hard work. And I respect it. I respect the long, hard work. And right now, I just do not have the time or money or energy for it. One day it'll happen, though. One day. I swear. I've been thinking about so many different concepts for one for, like, years. But I think that's also why it makes it hard for me to objectively call any visual novel bad. Well, no. I shouldn't say that. There are definitely visual novels I've called bad. But that's why it makes it hard for me to totally rip something to shreds, especially if it's an indie project. If it's a corporate greed thing, that's one thing, because it's like, I will tell big corporation upstairs, hey, this sucks. But usually, here's another thing, too. Usually when you tell big corporation upstairs that a VN sucks, they blame all the little guys for it. They're like, you guys didn't make a good VN. And they're like, well, you were the ones who told us to do all these things that we didn't want to do. The people who actually cause all the problems will never take the blame for it. At a certain point, I've got to actually play the game. Do 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 do. On one hand, I wonder why I pick my chat session game. Oh, thanks for the follow, Anon, that I don't know because your thing didn't pop up for who followed, but thank you. Usually I don't like, I wonder why I pick my more chat session games when I'm sick, and then I remember that all the other games I play are visual novels where I voice all the characters, and if I tried to voice any character right now, I would die. That would be awful. Poor choices. Do-do. 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 I have the ultimate defensive barrier right now. I think I'm fine. Whoop. God. Dude. My mic keeps falling over. That's not good. Also, voice acting in a visual novel, that would be sick. If I ever get the opportunity to do that, I would be overjoyed. Voice acting and or character writing. I also love character writing. For those who don't know, I also play a lot of TTRPGs. I haven't really gotten an opportunity to play them on stream, because I don't really have a bunch of streamer friends who would want to do that with me yet. But maybe one day. I think another dream project for me would be, like, doing a D&D stream that we could turn into a podcast. With a bunch of streamers. Because I fucking love D&D. And I'm really obsessed with it right now. I literally have a session with some friends tomorrow. Do-do-do. Watame getting run over. But she's fine. She literally still has max HP. She's fine. Okay, a little less than max HP now, but still. I'm just gonna plant myself here. Because who needs to play the game when the game can play for you? I think at this point I've just memorized level 1 so well and know how to power myself up to the extent where kind of getting past it is okay. But I do like playing it a lot so that I can experiment with new characters and not risk like dying over and over again. Because sometimes you're playing with a new character and you're like, I don't know what's going on. Do 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 do. Do. Gee, what else is there to talk about? I think most of the time I just end up like I said, talking about current events in VTuber land, but I am out of the loop. I need to get back in the loop soon. So the next time I play HoloCure, I can do... I feel like this is a bi-weekly update situation. Or not bi-weekly, like every other week. I'll be like, I'm playing HoloCure and talking about what's going on in VTuber land. I love how I just shot huge laser at them and they're still not dying. That's fine. 75% of healing. Oh, this is the shared by healing one. Yeah, we can try that. Oh, now some of them are finally being dead. That's nice. Thanks for being dead. Has any other exciting release came out? I mean, Nowhere Manor is still not out. I'll have to update myself about what the situation with Nowhere Manor is. Because God, I want that game to come out so bad. I don't think we've gotten a set release date for MonsterCon either. And those were the two games I was really looking forward to last year. Those were like my #1 games of last year, and they're both still not out yet. Granted, I knew MonsterCon was gonna take a while. They, I think very on purpose, did not give a release date for MonsterCon. But I had kind of assumed it was gonna come out within the year, and it didn't. And that's okay. That's fine. We'll just wait. But the, I think Nowhere Manor really bummed me out. Because originally it was going to be fall of last year. And then they pushed it to the winter, and now I think it's the spring. Like, they keep pushing it. And it makes me so sad because I love Nowhere Manor. It is so fucking cool. It is one of the coolest visual novels I've seen. Just in demo variety. Of course, I don't know what the full release is gonna look like. But jeez, is it gorgeous. I know I've played it on stream, but if you didn't see the stream, feel free to look at the VOD for it if it interests you. At all. If it interests you even a little bit, I highly recommend you watch either me play it or someone else play it, or play it yourself. Or play it yourself multiple times like I have, because I'm a maniac. Just Nowhere Manor is so fucking good. I will shill it to anyone I can. It's one of those games where I'm like, I know that it's only a demo right now, but like, please, if you have the spare time and any energy whatsoever, please try Nowhere Manor. As for MonsterCon, everyone knows that I just like Monster Prom. But I also, the only reason I leave my house most of the time is for conventions. So, you know, I love conventions, so having a convention-themed game, and especially it coming from, like, my favorite franchise for this type of thing, well, not my favorite, but, like, one of my favorite franchises for this kind of thing, it's like, I don't know if I can definitively say I have a favorite VN franchise. Maybe it is Danganronpa, but I feel like maybe it is. Maybe I'll just say it's Danganronpa because I think Danganronpa is my favorite franchise that has multiple games. It's so hard for me to pick a favorite. You can't pick between your kids. But I don't know, character writing, atmosphere, those like immersion, those are like the kind of things that I care about with visual novels. And so if a game has one of or any of those, or one of any or all of those things, I can greatly appreciate it. I think Monster Prom as a franchise hits it home in the comedy department. It's pretty funny. There are certain characters that are more funny than others, but like overall, Monster Prom is pretty funny. They have yet to... I think Monster Road Trip is my least favorite entry, but I think that's just because you're stuck with Scott and Polly for so much of it. And Scott and Polly are funny. It's just... they're funny in small doses. Especially Scott. But then, you know... so being stuck with them for a whole game isn't necessarily my idea of the best time. It wasn't a bad game by any means. It's just not my favorite, because I think I need a variety of characters to make that kind of game enjoyable. One of my friends is trying to 100% Monster Prom, and low-key I am too, but I'm taking a break. I've taken a break for a while, because I'm like, one of these days I swear I will 100% Monster Prom, it will happen. It's just, oh dear lord, is that game long. I know I was just saying earlier it's short, but that's, like, the individual levels themselves are really short, but dang, is that... like, the game in its entirety, is it long? It is so long. In order to 100% Monster Prom, it's probably at least... I mean, how many hours have I put into Monster Prom? It's gotta be a few hundred hours, or not a few hundred, but like at least 100 hours. Which is pretty long as far as... yay, we won. Not a surprise, though. We'll try stage 2. Let's see how that goes. But as far as visual novels go, usually you're not expecting to play multiple hundred hours to 100% the game. I think on VNDB, Danganronpa technically clocks in at a long game. And I think Danganronpa's 30 hours. I think I've played Monster Prom for well over 30 hours. At this point, at least. I'd have to actually check my logs. But Monster Prom, like the original, I think is the longest by a lot. And I've also played some supplementary material, like the DLC and the mods people have made for the game, so... some mods are better than others. Some people more or less just make mods as a joke, but there are some genuinely cool character adds if you decide to play the Monster Prom mods. So, because they're semi-official, technically, all of them, because they're done through the game's own built-in mod tool, so... which, by the way, really cool that they have that. I wish other games would take note of their community as much as Perfect Glitch has with their community. It kind of bothers me whenever, like, big game companies insist on, like, alienating their community as much as possible, because I'm like, don't you understand that your community is probably your best marketing tool? Like, better than any ad you could put out there. Like, I don't know if people remember a time when Genshin Impact was, like, one of those bad mobile ad games you would get watching YouTube. But I do. I remember that. And now it's everywhere. And it's everywhere because cosplayers and fans were absolute maniacs. It just drew fan interest more than their previous game, Honkai Impact III, ever could. Which is kind of sad, because I do like Honkai Impact III. I think I've put more hours into that game than Genshin, but that's not saying a lot, because I did not put a lot of hours into Genshin. But it's like, I don't know. You gotta think about your community. So when a company like Nintendo is like, don't stream our games, you're like, what? I'm sorry, what? They've lightened up on that a lot, but there was a time when playing Nintendo games online was borderline impossible. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. To be sick and also streaming. I'm on the grind, baby. Being away will stop me, but being sick will never. This is what I get, because I was preparing for this trip for a while, and I was pulling, like, all-nighters. And, I was like, oh, I'll be fine, and then I get back and I'm sick. Like, obviously, dumbass. You pulled all-nighters, you weakened your immune system, and then you came back and you're like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Everything is not fine, you dumb fuck. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. But I'm kind of a workaholic in that way. I've always gotta have like 30 things going on or I feel useless. If you guys think that me streaming and being a VTuber is all that takes up my time, you are greatly wrong. I am a maniac. And everyone keeps telling me I should stop overworking myself, but I do it anyway. I know it's not an admirable quality. But I'm just the type of person who I'm like, if I'm not doing everything all at once, I feel unproductive. You know what I mean? Like the only way I feel fulfilled is if I'm doing too much. Maybe I should talk with a therapist about that, but and then everyone's like, oh, you're so successful, and I'm like, not really. I crash out. Or burnout. Probably a little of both. Do 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 do. Fire! Fire! Okay, cool. Neat, fun, funky, fresh. You're so cool. Oh god, I want my throat to stop hurting so bad. So much water will hydrate a lot. Do-do-do-do. 3 revives, that's good. I probably won't need them, hopefully. Well, at least all 3 of them. I might need one. But maybe I can afford to be a little more reckless. Do 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 do. Cool. There we go. Do. Oh, hi. Hi, all 4 of you. Nice to see you today. My throat is killing me. My voice hurts. That's okay, but I'm gonna keep trying to talk. I don't want this to be totally boring. Do. Feel free to chat with me. That is a-okay. I'm just vibing around. Talking about VNs a lot today. I should probably screw around with more like indie projects. Cause I don't know, sometimes I don't know what to expect going in, so I don't know if I'm gonna like totally enjoy it or not. But I do enjoy getting to see something new and playing some lesser known stuff. Do. And I feel like it's fun when we get to, like, when we were playing Under Hollow, it was kind of fun for us to all get to experience the game for the first time together. And sometimes Cylen can accidentally get jump scared. I'm not a huge, like, strictly horror game person. I know people keep recommending that I just play straight horror games. But maybe I have to look into more, like, horror visual novels that have jump scares and things like that. I don't know. I'm just not really, like, a Silent Hill kind of guy. The Silent Hill even, I don't know what you, like, horror gamers like. I think people are low-key wanting me to play, like, Poppy's Playtime and Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't, those are not the types of games I play either, so I would not even know. Do 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 do. Oh wow, I'm getting a ton of holo coins. Jeez. We're re-rolling. These are shit. Yuri, was that Yuri on the screen? Yuri visual novels. Maybe I should play more of those. Now that's coming to mind. What's on TV here? Maybe I was just mistaken in thinking I saw girls kissing. But also that doesn't sound anti-true. It sounds like something reasonable I would see. Whatever. It's idols. Oh, like, right. Oh, no, that was them angry at each other. That was not them kissing. Okay. That's fine, though. It's idols. Idols will always low-key be Yuri. And that's okay. We love that for them. Let's go, lesbians. Do, 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 do. Should I reroll? Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. I have like 10. I don't know why I'm always so hesitant to use the rerolls. Okay. We're pretty good to just kind of sit here and take it. Oh no. Hold on. That's better. Do, 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 do. Bless to all of you who just use me as background music. I don't know why you guys do that, but I greatly appreciate it so much. I don't know if what I talk about is very interesting, but like I said, I should probably go into media analysis. but I don't have the energy to edit those, like, hour-long videos I'd probably make. I'd enjoy typing the script, that would be fun, but I think once I sat down and recorded everything and I'm like, oh god, now I have to make a video, I would be like, what the fuck? Or I'd probably just talk off the cuff into the microphone, and then I'd have to sit down and edit it. That would almost be worse. Is that I'd have to edit out all the stupid shit I say. People could give me like an hour of audio and I'd probably cut almost everything. That's why everything I post to my VOD channel is like strict, almost no editing VODs. Sometimes I edit a little bit, but that's it. It's just everything. Because I can't be trusted with an editing tool. I'll just like slash everything. Just kill everything. We got it. There we go. That, at least I can combine with something else if I have to. Jeez, my mic keeps sliding everywhere. Sorry guys, if, like, my audio consistency is just horrid today. Then again, the fact that my voice sounds horrible probably is not helping that situation. Now I'm starting to jack up those holocoins again. Oh, it's when I move. Oh, I see. Okay, so the more I just run around. I have a habit of just parking myself places sometimes, so that's probably why I'm not jacking up a ton of holocoins. Hi, Kale Kedge. Thanks for using me as background music. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, wow, there's 5 of you watching now. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I mean, I've just been kind of, like, spouting off whatever. Mostly about VNs, specifically about the sort of Danganronpa extended universe. Hi, Seals Enthusiast. I'm doing sick. I was about to say I'm doing okay, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing okay. I'm sick. Oh my god. I had taken a trip. It was a great trip. And I came back sick, which I should have expected. But I don't know. I was delusional. I was like, oh yeah, I'm Cylen Claris. I'm obviously like an immortal vampire and the best idol ever, so I can't get sick. And then I come back and I'm sick. You know, like how I should have expected. But yeah, I have been hydrating a lot this stream. You've probably heard it. And thanks for the get well wishes. I was saying, I was like, I feel like I'm cursed because it's like I was actually having a pretty good streak with my health right before I started streaming in October. And then once I started streaming as a VTuber, I started getting sick a lot more frequently. I had a bad habit of getting sick a lot, but then for like a year-ish, I was doing pretty okay. I gotten sick like maybe once. And now I'm back to getting like sick every other month, pretty much. Ugh. That should be fun. Streamer debuff, getting sick, yes. A lot of people have been getting sick lately, yeah. Like, before I left on my trip, a lot of people around me had started getting sick, so... It was inevitable, it was gonna happen, but you know, you try to not... You try to be as in good health as you can be. Especially because I love voice acting and using my voice, so when my throat hurts without me even doing anything to it, for once I am not abusing my throat by doing a bunch of characters that are totally out of my range, I get sad. I get big sad. I knew I was coming down with something last stream, but now it's worse. This morning I woke up and I'm like, oh no. I think it kind of started Thursday, but I assumed it was just like a little something. Like it didn't feel like how a lot of my sicknesses feel, where it's like I can tell it's gonna be bad. Like it was like, oh, this will be a little something and I'll get over it. No, it wasn't a little something and I got over it. It got worse. But you know. I'll work through it, and for now, we'll play games where I don't need to voice act a million characters. Which unfortunately means we're not finishing the 100 line tonight, which I was hoping I would do. I was hoping that I could just play the 100 line back to back. But it did not work out that way. But I talked about the 100 line a lot earlier in the stream, just chatting about my thoughts. Because I didn't get to give too many of those last stream, at least on what I had been seeing. I will say the one thing, I think I might have mentioned this on stream, but the one thing I had heard about the 100 line before going in, like definitively, other than it was a Kazukodaka project and, and seeing some promo art from very early stages of production that were now totally useless. The only other thing I had heard about it was, the femboy twink was a syscon. That was literally the only other thing I heard about it, because I had a friend who had drawn some fan art of him before the game came out, and they were like, oh, he's so cool looking, I wonder what he's gonna be like, and then they played the demo, and he was a syscon, and they were very disappointed. They were like, oh. So that was the only other thing I had heard about the 100 line before I went in. So I was mostly blind on that, so I just spent early stream, when you guys see the VOD, I spent early stream kind of talking about my thoughts, so hopefully that supplements some of you before I start playing it again. And I don't know if... does anyone know if the 100 line has a formal release date? I don't think it does. But I'm hoping that I can play the whole thing when the whole thing comes out. That would be nice. As for Tribe 9, it takes up so much space on my PC that I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll figure it out. What's with the number titles now that I'm thinking about it? 100 line, Tribe 9. But then Raincoat is totally separate, and obviously Danganronpa. But we'll probably figure out what the 100 line is in reference to by the end. By the end of, like, the intro portion, we figured out why Master Detective Archives was called Raincoat. I'm waiting for that golden one. Oh, it's right there. Okay, hold on. I have to fight through the mob. Get to my... There we go. Okay. There we go. Yes, okay. That's a lot better. I love this buff. It's the best. Sorry, Achan. Love you, but... it has to be done. Like with my other stream, also maybe expect this VOD to be out a little later, just because I'm sick. And I'm not fully there mentally to deal with the VOD. Of course, you on Twitch will get it right away, so that's not really an issue for you guys. We're in the home stretch. We're doing it. Oh, hydrate, hydrate. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hold on. I have to hit escape to drink. I'm not gonna try to power through and be like, oh, yeah, I can play and drink water. Okay. More water, more water. Water keeping me energized. And my throat from killing me. That's helpful. Okay, 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 okay. Die. Die, HN. I'm sorry you have to die, but it is the way it is. I don't... And now, in retrospect, I'm realizing I can just kind of go up and, like, take her out because I've got, like, 3 revives. And I haven't used a single one of them up to this point. Blast. Ah, come on. Okay. It's fine. It's okay. She's just got a ton of HP. Oh, there we go. I did it. I did it. Oh, and I got a win bonus. Jeez. Okay. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight, just because I am... Oh god, am I feeling sucky. But thank you guys for sticking around anyway. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next stream, and hopefully it's a little less scuffed and I'm feeling a little less ill. But I'll see you all next time. Bye!